In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to use median queries. So first, what is median query? Well, median query allow you to target CSS to specific devices such as cell phones, desktop, and tablets. So think about it like when you trying to developing an application, well, not an application, but like let's go simple, a simple website. You're developing a simple website, you're creating a website, and you already developing this website on your laptop. So everything that you're building, it looks perfect to you. And you feel like, okay, so because it looked nice in my laptop, probably gonna look nice everywhere. But sometimes that's not the case because we might have some stuff for cell phones and probably gonna look like different on your laptop when it have to be, when you compare with a cell phone. Okay, so if that doesn't make sense right now, it will make sense in a few minutes. So let's start. How do we use median queries? So median queries we use as this using this median rule right here, which is add median, and then we type the word screen, and then we just add something that is called the minimum device width, which is gonna be the one that you add, and because of that, you are saying, well, if the device, whatever you're displaying, my website is less than or greater than this, show this. Okay, so this is what these two things are doing right now. But let's see this in action. Here I have my website, the one that we just create when we were talking about margin and all this stuff. In this case, as you can see, I already add my 2 median queries here, which is this one here and this one right here. So for the first one, I am saying here, well, if if you are in a laptop, just make sure this class and this class do this and this. So what is mean to be this and this? Let's go with the cell phone version. Right now, this is my website. And if I make a right click and then do an inspect element, and then I click this icon here to see how my website look like on cell phones. And right now we have this color red, we have this color green, we have some margin, some padding here, and we have also some margin around here. And what else? And of course, a little bit margin here. And please don't forget the color because that's the one that we're gonna use. So what about if I'm using these rules like, hey, be background red if you are on a laptop, but I want you to become yellow, let's say, not yellow because I know it's gonna bother your eyes, but let's go with blue. So let's go with blue, become blue if you are on a cell phone. As you guys can see here on the top, this is the size of cell phones. Here we have iPhone 6, 7a, we have a whole bunch of stuff. Let's go with the iPhone 6, 7, and 8. And here, this is the width, and this is the height, okay? And I just want to go ahead and go to this rule right now, which is I already have here. I have here, as you guys can see, and this background red, if you are on the cell phone, I want you to become blue. So let's just go ahead and type blue and just save this code. So as we mentioned before, because we are saying I want you to show this to the max of the screen becomes 480 pixel. So it means that something greater than this, it will not apply the rule to your CSS or to your website. So let's go ahead and now let's go back to this website. I am going to just display this side right now. And as you can see, nothing's happened. I'm refreshing the page, nothing's happened. And I'm just gonna go ahead, make a right click, go to inspect, and boom, it's become blue. Okay, so again, probably we want to be more specific with things. For example, because here is black, the text is black, but the black does look nice on red, but probably the black doesn't look nice on blue. We probably want this text to become white instead of black. So how do we do that? We also apply another rule here under your cell phone rules. And let's say that we can say test, not color. What is the name of the test? Oh my God, I forgot. Nah, just color. Yes, I always forgot, and I use it a lot. I don't know how I forgot that one. Anyway, let's say that we're gonna say white. And now I'm just gonna come here, I'm gonna move. I'm just going to refresh my page. So I'm refreshing the page. Everything is still black. The background is red. And now I'm just gonna go ahead, do an inspect element, and boom, there you go. Now it's white, as you can see. And the background is blue. So, as was mentioned you in the last lesson, that you probably don't want to use these breaks here if you want to add space, just because there's, well, there could be something out there, but not, to make your life easy, if you add some padding and some margin, for example, right now we have this here, but this margin here looks fine on top on laptop. Okay, so because this one looks fine on laptop, but probably if we go into the mobile version, you probably want this green to be here. You can do it, which is going to be much better. For example, before you go into your code, you can use inspect element just to make sure that you have the right amount of the margin that you want to provide. And you do it this way. You do it here. Okay. So for example, here I'm saying margin bottom 10, but probably let's go to 40 and see how it look like. You probably don't want this here. Probably you want to a little bit down there. And just because I'm not saying this is like mandatory rule that you need to add it only 40 or 50. It's up to you. How do you want this to look like? I'm just using inspect element because I don't want to go back and forth with my code, like just adding something, then click save, and then going back to see if I like it or not, and then probably I don't like it, and then I need to go back to my code, change that, click save, and then going back to the home page, to my website, to see if it looks nice or if I like it or not. So I'm just gonna come here and I add it already. So I know that if it's going to margin bottom of 50 pixel, I gonna like it. So I'm just gonna take this code. Well, you don't have to take it, but if you want to, you just can copy and paste. So I'm going back to my code and I'm saying, okay, Red, when you are on mobile, I want you to be margin bottom of 50 pixel. Okay, gonna click save. I am going back to my page. It works here. And as you can see right now, this bar is about 10. But if I go into the movie version, it's going to 50. Okay, so how do I know also it works? Okay, so if I'm going here right now and I take a look at what it say right here. Say, well, my median query is saying that when you are on my mobile version, do this. And that's how this thing works. Let me also show you You probably wonder, why do we need to use this? And again, sometimes you probably, because it's a cell phone, the screen is really smaller, and you probably don't want something to look in several ways, including the text side, for example, and you probably don't want the text side to be too small or too big if you are using a text sample or text side on the laptop, a different text side on the laptop. So that's it for medium query. It's just straightforward. You have two things, and then you can just change the value of the CSS property according to your needs and according to whatever you want to look like, whatever you want your website to look like on a cell phone, a tablet, or on your laptop. And again, it's up to you. There is no right or wrong answer, unless the client or probably yourself probably want something to look different on the cell phone than the laptop. Okay, I will see you in the next lesson.